Hello everyone, it is now Christmas Eve as I'm filming this. Yesterday as I was coming home from work, I was thinking that do I go first grocery shopping and then come home, but I decided to come home first, which was a lucky thing because there was a note waiting for me that there is a package at the post for me. I was expecting another package, so at first I was bit hesitant that do I go or not, because I noticed that there was only 20 minutes for me to pick it up, and I had been in a post office a couple of times during the last couple of weeks and there was always a long line of people, so I wasn't sure that would I make it at all, but I decided to go and pick it up anyway, and luckily they had prepared for it and there was an additional line for people who were there just to pick up packages. So I got my package. And when I got it, I noticed that it was from Federico Martinelli from Italy. What I thought was that I would actually start first with giving my impressions on the CDs that he sent me a year ago. So let's start with Shady Hawk, Give Me the Day. And this is essentially a one-man band. It's George Alan Davies, who has written all the songs, plays all the instruments, although there is also a second guitarist. The biggest letdown here is the vocals. He just isn't that good of a vocalist. There are a couple of good songs here like Chingweed, Reverie and Another Man's Fight, but also poor songs like Mutton Hollow. And overall these songs are just okay at best, but even the best hits are ruined by poor vocals. I didn't like this one. Next one is Jolly Power, Like an Empty Bottle again, and looking at the sleeve I thought that they look something along the lines of Dogs D'Amour or early 69 Eyes, when they were still a street rock and roll band instead of the goth band that they later became. And that's what this is. This is good sleazy rock and roll, street rock and roll. This is a band that Federico has worked with himself. It says here that the songs and lyrics are written by Federico Martinelli with Jolly Power, or rather Jolly Power with Federico Martinelli. Yeah, good sleazy rock and roll. There's nothing polished here. It's rough, it's raw. It has that slightly drunken feeling to it, you know, when a feeling is still on the up. Great rough and raw rock and roll. I like this one. Next one, like Shady Hawk, is a self-financed release, Out of Exile, Politics of Humanity, and I didn't like this one. Again, the vocalist here is the biggest drawback. Well, not the biggest, but I'm sure he would be a great vocalist in some other type of music, but he just doesn't have the capability of singing material like this, which is like hard rock, heavy metal. And the songs themselves, they aren't that good here. Since this is self-financed recording, they really could have used a proper producer who could have been able to bring out the best in all of these songs. Instead, all you got here are like there are really good bits and pieces. There are so good pieces here that I thought that even Iron Maiden could have used those pieces in their songs. But overall, there's no good songs here. They're just good ideas here and there, but not great songs. Yeah, didn't like this one. And then Fist of Rage, Iterations to Reality. Looking at the sleeve, I thought that, yeah, I'm not gonna like this, but Federico told me that this would be more like 80s metal. This is from 2010, Italian band, and good playing, good songs, good production. I like this very much. Even though this is from 2010 and the sounds and the playing overall is like 2000s metal, but you can still hear the 80s metal like underneath it. It just has like a 2000s icing on the top. I like this, and it also includes a great cover of Deep Purple's Might Just Take Your Life. Okay, let's move on to the package that he sent me, but unfortunately I didn't read the note that he had included here, so this is now my fifth take on this video. So let's start with the singles. First one is Helsingland Underground 2-track single, and he says that this is classic rock and roll from Sweden. Looking at the sleeve, it's very hard to tell what kind of music this is, because, well, first thing you said, if it's classic rock and roll, it reminds me of Helicopters. But looking at the sleeve, it doesn't look like it's going to be anything like that. But yeah, very curious to hear this. Next one is Boost, Save Me, a 3-track single, and he said that this is punk rock and roll from Germany. It's from 2009. When it comes to punk, I mostly like 70s punk, early 80s punk, but I do have 90s, 2000s punk, which I also do like. But mostly I'm like into 70s punk. Looking at these guys on the sleeve here, it's very hard to tell what kind of punk rock this is. But yeah, I'm very curious to hear this. Okay, let's go for the CDs. First one that I picked up was Ginger Pig, Hidden from View. And looking at the sleeve, I thought that, okay, this looks like ambient music. And honestly, I can't understand why anybody would like to listen to ambient music. Like, listening to an elevator going up and down is more interesting than listening to ambient music. But looking at the back sleeve, I noticed that it's a 3-piece rock and roll band. And he says that this is classic retro rock from Holland. So yeah, sounds very, very interesting. But yeah, this sleeve and what Federico says about this doesn't match at all. But yeah, interested in hearing this. Next one, Rolling Stones, Still Life. I'm a big Rolling Stones fan, and I have everything by them. Well, I don't have all the live albums that they have released during the last 10 years or so, but I actually have many of those even. But yeah, this is my favorite Rolling Stones live album. This is Japanese issue. This is a super high material CD. I have a couple of Japanese CDs, but none of these super audio or super high material CDs. And I don't have this one on CD at all. So yeah, I know that I am going to enjoy this one. Which is not the case with this one. This is Pilgrim by Eric Clapton. Again, I am a big fan of Eric Clapton. I have everything from his very first recordings with the Yardbirds all the way up until 94, 95, when there was an extended versions issued by Derek and the Dominos in concert and Rainbow Concert. But after that, I have only bought 2 albums, Clapton and Old Sock, which were released in 2010s. This one, although I saw him live during his tour, I didn't buy this because this one was where he like experimented with the then modern production. He used synthesizers, keyboards, drum loops, stuff like that. Yeah, although I only have heard one song from this album, I did hear more songs on during the concert, but from this album I have only heard one song. So who knows? Maybe there are more, or maybe that one song is not representative of this album itself. So yeah, because it's Eric Clapton, I am going to keep this one a fair chance, but I don't have high expectations for this one. And then this is Moonshine Brand, not band, but brand, Moonshine Brand. Looking at the sleeve, the first thing that comes to my mind is Blues Pills, and I do like Blues Pills. So if this is anything like that, I am going to like this. He says that this is psychedelic blues rock from Germany. Yeah, I like psychedelic, I like blues, I like blues rock, so I have high expectations for this one. But this does give like looking at sleeve here, this gives the idea that this is also kind of space rock type of thing, which is not my kind of thing. But if this is psychedelic blues rock, I am going to enjoy this. Okay, that's it for this time. Thank you very much for this, Federico, arriving here perfectly in time for Christmas, and I have plenty of time to listen to these. Although I do have a lot of other records that I have to listen to also. But anyway, thank you for this. Happy Christmas to everyone, even though I have no idea when I'm going to upload this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. Leave a comment. Bye.